Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith, and how are you all today? You want to talk about some stupid gun stuff? Well, let's, for just a couple of minutes. This is going to be a short one because I have the main one for today about home invasions to do here in a minute. I used to love watching James Yeager talk about his stupid gun stuff, right? Not his stupid gun stuff, but talk about stupid gun stuff. And there's probably no subject out there that will bring out more idiots than talking about guns. And the reason is because there are so many people interested. I mean, millions of guys and some women interested in guns. And they've read all the gun magazines, and they go to all the I guess there's message boards or groups online, and they watch all of the videos taught by everybody. And for the most part, they don't listen to people who actually know what they're talking about. But if it's a SEAL, and I don't mean that SEALs don't know what they're talking about, but if it's somebody that's impressive to them, then they'll latch on to it, and they'll look for something that supports what they've already decided to think, right? Most of them won't go to Paul Harrell for actually some good information. But so you'll have all those people that are just, millions of guys with no experience that have an opinion that is just written in stone. And you have very few people with a real world experience, right? So that when you put out some of this stuff, some reality on these things, you'll bring them out of the woodwork. They really do, and we'll see it here. And I saw some on Gun Sam's too. When you get done with this, go over and watch him. So his point, well, he was talking about this, a hit with a 22 beats a miss with a 45, right? He talks about it more extensively. He shows it on the range. I was going to run over to the range and do something to kind of illustrate my point here, but I don't have time. Maybe I'll do it later, not today, but in the next few months for Patreon. But see, there's an assumption in that. There's a false assumption in that you can't hit something with a 45. And when I was going to make this, I forget whether I already said this. I was going to make this before I watched his video, but I was doing other stuff, so I let it run. And darn if he didn't say exactly pretty much what I was going to say. I'll simply say it here, then you refer to him. See, there's this assumption that you won't be able to hit anything with a 45. And I would ask, why won't you? Why can't you hit anything with a 45? Oh, because of this and because of that, because of recoil, because of this, Okay, that's ridiculous. That's silly. That's stupid. Whoever told you that? Probably you've never shot. If you think that, then you've probably never shot a 45. Okay? 45s are not big and scary. They are not unhandleable. Okay? My wife shoots my full-size government model 1911 just fine. My son did by the time he was 14. A 45 puts a big old hole, and a 22 puts a little bitty hole. But Steve, it's all about shot placement. Stop it. Stop it. There is so much more to talk about there. I'm not going to waste my time with that. Okay. Shot placement. Yeah, if you get anything in exactly the right spot, an ice pick can kill. Okay? We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Did you know that in a real combat situation, in a real gunfight, your shot placement is probably gonna suck? Did you know that? That's right. Especially for the people out there always talking about shot placement, because you know what? Most of those 99.9% of the people always screaming about shot placement are the ones whose experience is shooting holes in little paper targets. Simple as that. That's all there is to it. Sorry to hurt. No, I'm not sorry to hurt people's feelings, because reality, the truth needs to be put out there. Okay, 45 does a lot more damage, and there is no reason to miss. But the recoil is so horrendous that you'll never get your second shot lined up. No, it's not, and yes, you should. And if you can't, practice. Practice a little bit. Spend some time at the range, because I know that you do. Spend some money instead of on all those gun magazines, and spend some time instead of watching YouTube channels about shooting. Okay, spend some time practicing with an effective caliber, 40, 45, 357 Magnum, things like that, okay? Okay, so this is just a ridiculous argument. I'm sure that it will see comments down here. I will either spank them or I will ban them arguing this point, because they will be from people who haven't a clue as to what they're talking about, okay? There is absolutely no reason to miss with a 45 if you weren't gonna miss with a 22, okay? It comes out of the barrel, it goes, matter of fact, I'm gonna do one over on Patreon about different types of shooting. I just took a friend of mine through this the other day. You see the bullet comes out of the barrel in a straight line. Wherever that muzzle is pointed, that's where it's going. Why would you miss? Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, because I'm gonna shoot the big one up today on home invasions, and you all should definitely watch that. Go over and watch that guy. I think it's Gun Sam, Revolver Aficionado. Okay, you all have a good day. If you're gonna carry an effective caliber, and that ain't a 22. And remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Preparing well means carrying an effective caliber. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.